Hey everybody, what's happening? Son of a silver stacker here. In today's supplemental numismatic news and information for the 30th day of August 2022, I'd like to take you over here to coinweek.com. There's an article here written by, Stephen Gleason from Money Metals Exchange. It does say Coin Week, but that's okay. August 29, 2022. Title of the article is Congressperson Demands Answers from U.S. Mint about Silver Eagle Program. And isn't this interesting? I think it's probably one of the first times I've seen this in a while. And there we go. There they are, the American Silver Eagles. They are quite beautiful, aren't they? Now, it says here, Treasury Secretary in apparent violation of requirement to mint Silver Eagles in quantities sufficient to meet public demand. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs, right? It says here by Stephen Gleason, Money Metals Exchange, U.S. Representative Alex Mooney, Representative Republican West Virginia, is calling out Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen and the United States Mint Director Veteran C. Gibson for the long-running production slowdown in the Silver American Eagle bullion coin program that has caused shortages and dramatically higher market prices for this iconic silver coin as compared to its peers worldwide. Now, is that why we have such a high premium on American Silver Eagles? Maybe this is going to rectify all of that and fix that and bring the prices back down to its peers. Now, many Americans have sought to hedge against the high rates of inflation by acquiring hard assets, including gold and silver. Overall market demand for bullion coins, bars, and rounds has risen to higher levels than seen in recent years, if not ever. Most gold and silver bullion forms do not carry much markup, also known as a premium over the actual market value of the metal itself, thereby enabling investors to acquire more precious metal for each dollar they invest. Now, as you can see, this premium is what everybody is being really turned off. And ever since BC, the premiums weren't there as much, but DC and AC, these premiums were off the charts. In fact, I think if you wanted to pick up an American Silver Eagle right now, the premium is almost double. So if if the American Silver Eagles are almost $38 and spot price is $18, I mean, come on, that's almost a 1-to-1 ratio of premium to spot. And there's the physical price, and then there's the paper price, and they don't really jive, and they haven't jived for quite some time. So I think this is part of the problem. Now it says here, however, this has not been the case with the American Silver Eagle since 2020. In a letter dated August 25, Mooney cited 31 U.S. Code 5112E, which states, here we go, the Treasury Secretary shall mint and issue in quantities and qualities, I transpose those backwards, that the Secretary determines are sufficient to meet public demand coins, which, number one, are 40.6 millimeters in diameter and weigh 31.103 grams, that's a troy ounce, contain 3/9 fine silver, have a design as symbolic of liberty on the obverse side and an eagle on the reverse side. But as Mooney pointed out, the U.S. Mint has only made 11.6 million ounces of the silver bullion coin available to the public through July 2022, barely half of what has been supplied through the first 7 months of prior years when demand has been similarly as strong. Now, what does this mean for 2022 bullion strikes of the American Silver Eagle, seeing how they're way less, right? Way less. Now, this shortage in U.S. Mint production has apparently led to extremely high market-based premiums on Silver Eagles, as high as 70% over the silver melt value, even as comparable items produced by other sovereign mints and private mints were not beset by such shortages or historically high premiums, Mooney wrote. The high cost resulting from the U.S. Mint production shortage directly harms U.S. citizens wishing to avail themselves of a U.S. legal tender means of protecting their financial security from the effects of inflation. Here we go. He has 3 points, 4 points, 5 points that he has asked here. Rep. Mooney is demanding Yellen and Gibson provide answers to the following questions. Number one, does the Secretary believe the silver American Eagle coin is being produced in qualities and quantities that are sufficient to meet public demand? Yeah, that's a great question, and that's part of the law. Why is only a single supplier currently allowed or willing to provide the U.S. Mint with silver blanks for its Silver Eagle production? Isn't that a great question? And I'm sure a lot of other suppliers would like to get in on that action, wouldn't they? Now, number three, given its statutory mandate to amply supply these coins to the public, I almost said amped out. supply these coins to the public, why doesn't the U.S. Mint have a policy to build a reserve of silver blanks during periods of slower demand in order to create a buffer for periods of higher demand? Remember in 1986, that's one of the reasons why they made the American Silver Eagle program. They had loads of silver around, but since then it has been depleted. And really, I think gold and silver inventories are being depleted worldwide, so I don't know how number three would be very, well, I don't know if that would work right now, but in the future, I think going forward, that might be a really good idea. Now, number four, this has some items in bold. Has the U.S. Mint examined the practices of other sovereign mints, such as Britain's Royal Mint, Australia's Perth Mint, the Austrian Mint, or the Royal Canadian Mint, to learn from their relative success in meeting high public demand for their own silver coins? If so, what were the resulting findings or recommendations that they had come across? What now, number five here, it says here, what actions are currently being undertaken to address the Mint's production problems, which reportedly extend beyond Silver American Eagle coin program? And when will the U.S. Mint once again be able to fulfill its mandate to meet public demand? Yikes, that's brutal. We are thankful that Representative Mooney is seeking accountability for the chronic mismanagement plaguing U.S. Mint operations. Yikes. And the resulting costs and frustrations it imposes on new silver investors as well as the precious metals industry at large, said Stephen Gleason of Money Metals Exchange and the president of the Sound Money Defense League. Now, a copy of Representative Mooney's letter can be found at this hyperlink here. Now, check this out. I thought this was really interesting. It says here, new silver investors. I thought that was funny because a lot of people who have dealt with the Mint in the past, they swear off the Mint. They're like, never again, never, 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 never. Well, not me, because let's face it, they have a new director. I think that problems are being addressed, and will these five questions be answered? I don't know. But I think the Mint's giving it a good college try, and we ought to support them because that's our Mint. And if you want to go outside the country to buy those coins, that's absolutely fantastic. Go right ahead. But my money is on the U.S. Mint. Some people may or may not like that, but that's just the way it is, and I speak for myself. So there it is, folks. I want to thank you all for watching. Thanks for dropping by. Don't forget to hit that like button, and if you do like what you're hearing, please subscribe to the channel. It's free. Son of a Silver Stacker, out.